G'day everyone, Lube and Pfeiffer here from the Full Scale Fishing Adventures. I've been really stoked to have the new LOWRANCE HDS 12 installed in my boat. I'll run you through the installation process and how I went about it, and then also we'll get on the water and I'll show you some of the basic functions to set up to start enjoying the many great features that this sounder has. So here we've got the business end of our active imaging transducer. Now these are great transducers, but they are a little bit long, and I do lots of traveling on dirt roads which potentially could damage the transducer. So what I did differently to how it comes out of the packet is I've actually, instead of using what comes with the packet where there's a nut and bolt set for either side, I've actually used a bolt that goes all the way through, and then I've cut a piece of aluminium tube in there as a packer. And that way, with the nylock nut, so I've got a nylock nut just there, that way I can set the tension just right, so when I get to the ramp I can have it in the fishing position like that. But when I'm traveling the dirt roads, I can tuck it up out of the way, and then it's not going to get damaged by any stones flicking up from the trailer. And that's been working really, really well. So from there, just got my cable that comes up, and then that disappears under the floor. So you're going to end up with quite a bit of excess cable, which you can just neatly coil up and cable tie there, and then that runs underneath up to where the mount is here. So I've got the unit mounted here, and I've got that on a ram mount, and that gives me the ability to be able to use it while I'm driving, so I can use my chart and then scan for fish while I'm driving, and then I can very easily spin the unit around to the front, and then I can use it while I'm fishing as well. So it gives it that multi-purpose functionality. So a really great feature of the LOWRANCE, if you have it set up like this for driving and then also fishing, is that when you're using your side scan, you can actually go into menu and then advanced, and then click flip left to right, so that'll actually have it facing the right way for when you're fishing up the front. So I've got a separate accessory switch for the sounder, and then also I've got the inline fuse mounted up underneath there, and that's away from any other fuses, so I don't get any interference with the sounder. So there's a basic rundown on the install. What we'll do now, we'll head out on the water, we'll power the unit up, and I'll show you some of the functions to help you start enjoying the unit. Okay, well we're just out on the water now, so we'll power the unit up. So you just want to hit that on button. Now the first screen after this HDS Live that comes up is just a disclaimer to, you know, accept that the charts are all good and all that sort of stuff. So once that comes up, there we go there. So we just want to hit accept, and that'll take you into this next screen, which is about registering your device. We're not going to do that now, so we're just going to hit the remind later, and then it comes up with what we've got here. So we've got the side scan screen. Okay, so one of the first things that I did was set the quick access keys, and they're the keys on the side here. So you've got 4 of them there, and that just allows you to get your favorite screens quickly rather than having to go through the pages menu. So to set that up, you want to go to the pages menu, and that brings up this screen here, and your quick access selections down through here. So to add one, we're just going to press the plus button, and then you can simply pick up and drag in whatever screen you want in amongst them. So you can have just one, or you can have several depending on which ones you want to drop in there. And for me, I'm just going to discard that. So for me, I've my first one is the chart and the sonar. The second is the side scan and the down scan. The third is the down scan, sonar and side scan. And then I've also got one of the quick access keys for my chart, so I can get to that quickly. So another thing that I did was to set the screen sizes, and I reckon that's a really cool feature because when I'm using side scan in particular, I still like to have the down scan, but I didn't want that taking up too much room on the screen. So I'll show you how to do that. So we'll close out of the pages menu. So to get to this screen here, we're going to use one of our quick access keys. We're already on it there, but just as an example, so I've got it set for number 2. So number 4 is my charts. There's my chart. So go back to number 2. Coming into number 2 here now, and to set the screen sizes, you simply go to the power button, and that'll bring up this screen here, and you can go adjust splits. And then you've got a couple of sets of arrows here, and you can just click on which screen you want to make bigger or smaller, and then just move that up and down as to what you want. So I really like my side scan big, and then the down scan small, simply because I'm using more of the side scan, but I still like to be able to have that down scan view just to get a good overview of what's happening down there. So another thing to know when you first start using your sounder is to be able to take a screenshot, because lots of cool stuff comes underneath the boat and you want to be able to grab that picture, and I think that's a great feature of all of the new sounders, is that you can grab a screenshot. So to grab a screenshot, you're just going to press the power and the pages button at the same time, and that will take a screenshot, and it'll say there screenshot captured, and that actually saves that to the internal memory. And then to download them, you can put a card in the card slot, which is down here, and be able to save all your screenshots. Okay, so another thing that I did when I was setting up the HDS is to get rid of this side menu. So you're missing out on quite a bit of your screen here. So a really good option for that is to put auto hide menu. So to do that, we're going to head into the settings menu, so into pages, and then into the settings menu, and we're going into advanced down there, and then we're going to user interface, and there's a function here that says auto hide menu, and we're just going to click that onto on, and that still allows you to use that side menu, but if you don't use it for 15 seconds, then it powers itself off and you get the full screen, which I reckon is a great feature, because you know it's not a lot of space that it takes up, but to have the ability, I don't use that all the time, all those settings, so to be able to have the ability to get rid of that is a really good feature. And you can see it there, it just goes to the full screen, and you get that extra 50mm of screen, which I reckon is a great feature. So the HDS 12 is jam-packed full of really cool features, but getting that basic setup is very important for the first time you hit the water. One thing to remember, and that's something that I used a lot, is LOWRANCE has got loads of great technical videos up on YouTube. So to check those out when you're trying to set up your unit is super helpful. They've got all the great information on there. So hopefully this one has helped you a little bit to get that sort of initial setup done, and then you can start fishing.